Pro Football Focus gave us a ceiling and a floor for every second-year NFL quarterback. And we'll start here with Drake Maye. You might hear those trumpets, the Prince's trumpets, and here's why. PFF noted that Drake had trouble connecting on big-time throws and had 15 turnover-worthy plays. But here's the quote. Maye's athleticism and big arm give him a high-end ceiling like that of Trevor Lawrence, who I think has better play in his future. Now, I'm going to ask your reaction, and I'm going to tell a long story and show a full screen. But first, your immediate reaction to this.
My immediate
Lunacy.
It feels like lunacy.
Thank you.
But part of that is because we don't even know Trevor Lawrence's ceiling.
Of course.
Like, so is he saying what we've seen from Trevor Lawrence at his best is Drake Maye's best? If that's what he's saying,
not
25
good.
touchdowns, 8 picks, he's got a career 85, passer rating. That is not good at all. But I can't imagine he's saying that. If he's never going to be better than Trevor Lawrence was, a couple years ago when he got him to the playoffs, what are we talking about? So that's baffling. I'm guessing he was considering, Lawrence being better too.
Right, it's like the high-end ceiling,
both
like Trevor
ceiling.
Lawrence,
Yeah.
double ceiling.
The double ceiling. Yes.
False ceiling.
That's all he can be talking about, because I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense.
I want to hear the long-winded story.
Here's my long-winded story. We've talked a lot about Drake Maye on this show. But
He's going to be really good.
Yes. And we all
Justin Herbert even.
Okay. We all
That's
know
your
a handful of things
My
about Drake Maye. We've got a new coach. We've got our old offensive coordinator back. The weapons aren't great. He's got a big arm. He's kind of smart. He's got some brothers.
I like the youngest brother.
I do
all
love
the brothers. I like that too.
I love it.
Love that.
Here's something that you've never heard, okay? He's big and strong, and he's fast too. That's in Drake Maye's thing. So here's the long-winded story. And I've told this story on the show before, so if you're a fan of the show, thank you for tuning in. You're in for yet another great story.
Reruns.
Jason Momoa.
Okay.
You know 3 things about Jason Momoa. He's an actor, he's big, and he's handsome.
Yeah.
You know it.
That's
not
literally all I know.
Not breaking any news. I'm at the Ralph Lauren store in Soho buying a T-shirt. I'm at the register. It's nice. It's kind of old-timey. It's got it's like I'm in an old Western saloon. All of a sudden, I feel a presence behind me and a shadow cast like if there was a plane going too low. I turn around. It's Jason Momoa in a bowler hat, towering over me. Now, granted, the only thing I knew about Jason Momoa, Aquaman, was that he was huge and handsome.
Yeah.
I turned around and said, this guy is way more huge and way more handsome than I had heard about, and they're the only 2 things I knew.
So confirmed.
Beyond my wildest dreams of my expectations of how big and how handsome this guy was, he exceeded them all. That's Drake Maye running the ball, okay? Here's the graphic. You're going to say, yeah, I know, Wildes. I know Drake Maye can run the ball. I know he's fast. Most yards per rush of a quarterback in the last 35 years. Look at this list. It's 06 Falcons Michael Vick. It's 1990 Randall Cunningham. It's last year Drake Maye. 2011 Eagles Michael Vick. In 04, we're back to Falcons Michael Vick. Do you understand what the point of the story?
You
Here's the Jason Momoa in the Ralph Lauren store of running quarterbacks.
I didn't
He's
know how
Michael Vick, literally. No one thinks that.
No. Well, let me ask you this quickly. I'm imagining those guys in those years had way more carries than Drake Maye did last year.
Josh?
I know he had at least 50.
Probably.
I saw that.
Well,
but
honestly, Drake didn't start every game.
Right. It's going to dip.
Was injured a little bit.
It would have dipped to 6.
But I don't know. There's no evidence that it's going to do that.
Well, you might like my comp quickly.
Sure, yeah.
How about Donovan McNabb.
No.
No.
I just put up, I mean, what are we doing, Eagles quarterbacks?
He's a borderline. He won't make the Hall of Fame, but, there was some thinking that he might get in the Hall of Fame.
Look,
That's not bad.
Went to a Super Bowl, sure.
Bunch of
Could move around.
conference
I think, how good was Donovan's arm? Did he really have a cannon?
I think Drake Maye is a more gifted thrower of the football than Donovan McNabb. I like the Justin Herbert comp.
You got to stop with Justin Herbert.
Well, I'm sorry, because the guy who's just a stoic leader who lives, breathes, and eats football and can throw a ball over a mountain. I'm sorry. I think that's a pretty good
Not in the playoffs, he can't.
No.
So only had 2 chances. Only had 2 chances.
That's his fault. He's the quarterback.
It's his fault.
Yeah, whose fault is it?
It's a team game.
Oh,
I know
my
you're the
goodness.
quarterback.
Everything's a
Team
team
done.
The
game.
interceptions.
The team, well, actually, in the game against the Texans, 2 of them were Rince receiver interceptions. Yeah. You know, like
Has
Rince,
he played well in the playoffs?
He has
Sounds
not
like an
played. He played
excuse.
well in the beginning of the game against the Jaguars and no part of the game against the
The
Texans.
moral of the story is this.
He's Jason Momoa and Mike Vick. He's the love child of Jason
He's
Momoa and Mike
unbelievable.
Vick.
It would be disappointing if he does not surpass Trevor Lawrence right now.
I agree.
By year 3.
I agree with that.
Maybe even this year with Josh McDaniels. All right, moving on.
Please.
From from Drake Maye's ceiling to Caleb's floor. PFF writing that Caleb's ceiling. And again, this is a confusing one because this is a guy who continues to develop. Jordan Love. So we might leave that one alone.
Oh, I'm not leaving any of it alone.
Okay. The floor, and I should mention the floor for Drake Maye was Daniel Jones, another fast guy, but wasn't very good. And anyway,
It's just
Caleb's floor,
so disrespectful.
bust! Your reaction.
How much time do we have?
Well, we got 25 minutes. We got 10 minutes to Rob Stone. Wrong, 3 minutes.
Three minutes. It might not be enough time. Okay. It's not PFF. It's not a monolith. It's John Costco, all right? And it's a discount opinion. It doesn't make any sense. I watched
That's
these
a
games.
Costco joke.
You see that?
Costco
Costco,
pun.
you can buy it in bulk, etc. Not even a chuckle. Come on.
No puns.
How
We
about
should
that?
have told you that.
How about this? How about this? Caleb Williams already better than Jordan Love. How about that?
No one believes that.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it's true.
Really?
Jordan Love has played the majority of 2 seasons, right? Both of those seasons, double-digit interceptions, 11 interceptions
Love
each of those
went into Dallas.
Oh, yeah, because
and
Mike
ran
McCarthy's never
over
lost a
the
playoff game at
Cowboys.
home and gotten blown out. Yeah, he had a nice playoff game.
Yeah, well, fine.
Congratulations. Here's the thing about Jordan Love. Guy had 11 interceptions both years that he played. Caleb Williams played 17 games last year, had 6.
He's scared to throw the ball, Dan.
Right.
Caleb Williams'
He's
offensive
eating the-
coordinator was fired 9 games into his rookie year with the worst offensive line in the
part
league, and they
because
fired
of
his head
Caleb.
coach 3 weeks after they fired his offensive coordinator because his head coach didn't know that you could call timeouts. Jordan Love has Matt LaFleur of the Sean McVay tree. He has been, everything in the world has been catered to him. Jordan Love, the unbelievable ceiling, had a 63% completion percentage last
Don't
year.
need to dim
Caleb Williams-
Jordan
I
Love's
like-
I do need to
candle.
dim Jordan Love's candle when he is the ceiling for a guy who is world's talent. Now here's the thing about
I
Bucks.
like Caleb, but come on. You don't act like he didn't play any role in their problems last year.
I'm not saying
You
that.
know this sack
He
is
was-
in part a quarterback stat too.
He took
a lot of those sacks were on him.
He took too many sacks, Brew, but the offensive line was playing guys who were on other teams' practice squads at the beginning of the year. He had 60.
You've seen other quarterbacks make do with bad offensive lines. How was C.J. Stroud's his rookie year?
C.J. Stroud was better than Caleb Williams was as a rookie. No doubt about it. But no one would say that C.J. Stroud's ceiling is Jordan
Were
Love.
you worried about the accuracy? Like, there's a lot of, it's like, oh,
His accuracy was the same as Jordan Love's within a percentage point.
What is it, Jordan Love?
Without, I'm sorry. Does it not
floor,
say?
how about the floor is bust?
Bust is off the table. If you watched Caleb Williams, there's no earthly way you could believe that that guy is going to bust. If you have 68 sacks, do you also have a 3.5 to 1 touchdown interception ratio? Because that's what Caleb Williams had.
Well, like Wild said, he wouldn't throw the ball in many cases. He had some really good games.
In his last 7 games, he had 11 touchdowns against 1 interception. against Brian Flores' defense, he completed 68% of his passes, had 2 touchdowns, had 340 yards, scored 27 points. They happened to lose in overtime.
That was a nice little comeback, second half.
Watch that Jaguars game. Watch the fourth quarter of the game in Lambeau to end the year.
I don't think he'll be a bust. I'm with you on that. I think he'll be good.
The table.
What I'm saying is this. If he's not very good this year, and I'm not saying, he's got to make the Pro Bowl or anything like that, but if he doesn't wow us this year, then bust is on the if he struggles this year, bust is on the table.
Explain to me the logic of the floor of Drake Maye being Daniel Jones, which, would people say is a bust? And then the floor of Caleb Williams is bust. Too. I don't know. I just don't. There's no.
Maybe it's
no
that he
consistency.
wasn't drafted number 1. Is that I'm
drafted number 3.
And what is a bust? If he's just a mediocre starting quarterback.
No second contract.